Good evening. Give it a second here. I always like to wait a second or two. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is 𝗧𝗢𝗣𝗘, and this is Crafty Hour, episode 85. And yeah, welcome. So glad you're here. If you're not watching live, say hi. If you're watching live, say hi. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, and I'd be happy to answer them, whether I'm able to see it live or if I catch it afterwards. So, or message me, either way. Welcome. So, all right. This evening, we are going to have some fun with our buddy the brayer here. We're going to make our own designer backgrounds, and it's super easy. I promise you, if you don't like part of it, it'll be fine. So it's really going to be just super fun, and I hope you like the projects. Well, actually, it's not really projects this evening. It's more how to do this. So anyways, yeah, let me put it over the overhead and we'll get started here. All right. So you can do this a couple different ways. I'm just going to go along with it, and you need some pretty basic supplies. I do recommend, if you have a larger background stamp, we're going to use that, but not in the way that you think. Hi, Lisa. So, thick, basic white. That's what we're going to start with, okay? And I'm going to show you how to make some stuff here. So let me pull out just some samples of ones that I've made, and we will go from there. And we're going to do a different color combination. So here we go. This isn't necessarily how this goes back together, but you'll get the gist of it here. So actually, I think it's this way. Yep, there we go. All right, so this is just an example. This is one of the backgrounds I did for a sample. Hi, Connie. Hi, honey. So yeah, so it may look, like I said, you may not like part of it, but I guarantee you when you cut them up, you will. So here's another one here with some different colorings. And I've actually already used part of the piece on that. So these are fun to make. If you need a brain break, had a stressful day, just want to relax a little bit, want to have some fun, any and all the above, this is always a great way to do it. So start by picking your colors, okay? For example, on that one there, let's see here. This one is actually Pebbled Path, Calypso Coral, Pretty Peacock, and Lost Lagoon. So these four here is what I did with that one. Now on this one here, it was Calypso Coral, the Pebbled Path. I went crazy and threw in some wild wheat. Sometimes I have a hard time with that color, so this was a great way for me to use it. And then I also threw in, my pool party is a little bit blue, but it's actually this color. The case is, but it's actually, it looks like this right here. So anyways, all right. So tonight I'm going to go crazy, and I'm going to do these colors here. So We've got Berry Burst, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, and Pool Party. So we're going to switch it up some here. Like I said, I've got a piece of thick basic white. I do recommend standing up for this, which I'm going to do. It just gives me a little bit better coverage. Right. So let's go ahead with that Pretty Peacock first. You'll need a brayer. I know lots of folks have these. Okay. We're going to just go ahead and ink this. And there is no certain way to do this, okay? What I'm doing is just turning the paper, going different directions, only doing part of it. You will also need a way to clean this in between your colors. And the quick method here, I'm just going to be using some water baby wipes. You could use a cloth. And one of the things you can do is go ahead and roll it off to get some of that ink off of there. So you're going to get a little bit messy. That's okay. It washes off. You'll be fine. And if you don't like it, wear some gloves. I know some people who can't, and that's okay. You do you. All right, I'll set that off to the side there. Okay, so the next color I'm going to go in with is Pool Party. I'm not putting these in on any like certain order. And I know it looks like a hot mess now, but it will be fine. Okay. There's that one. The sprayer from Stamp It Up is nice with the feet on there. All right, let's go in with that Berry Burst. If you want to do small lines, just do on the corner, the edge. A little bit more on here. Now you can see we're making those additional colors as they mix. And definitely do this on a piece of scrap paper. Okay, clean that off. And we are going to live on the wild side and add a fourth color to this one of Lost Lagoon. Trying to make sure that I don't have any white spots. I mean, a little bit's okay, but just go ahead and fill those in. There we go. Okay, now comes the fun part, or the extra fun part. Now that we're done with that, And I think we're going to do this particular step with the pretty peacock. I have the Botanical Beauty background stamp, cling stamp here. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and ink this up. And I'm going to take a paper towel, or if you have a cloth, anything like that, and I am just going to wipe some of this around the edges just to kind of give it a not full strength look there. Okay, so we've got that. Now what we're doing with this is we're going to stamp this in the center. All right, so use whatever you want, whatever background stamp you want, I should say, because I guarantee you when we're done, you won't really recognize what's on here and what's not. Hi, Steve. Thank you. So here's that. All right. So we've got this pattern we're making, and then that's uneven in the center there. Okay. Clean that off. Just in case I want to use it again. I'm going to get it cleaned off here. Okay. So now comes the even funner part. I have just random stamps. They can be a sentiment, they can be whatever you want, okay? So I'm going to show you here. I've got a grid and some dots. Those came from the Notes of Nature. We're going to be using this one here, this one. We're actually going to use this leaf as well. Let's see here. Let me just grab it. Oh, it's over here. All right, so we're going to start with these, and then we'll keep going. So on this grid here, I am going to use the Berry Burst. Stamp some on, stamp some off, all over. We'll do one more right there. Okay. Get this cleaned off. There. Okay, so you can see that I'm building here. I'm building, building, building. All that going there. All right. So now let's do these dots. And again, wherever you want. And yes, some are going to blend, some are going to stand out, but put them all over. Make sure to rotate your stamp when you're stamping with it. Rotate the paper so you can get a better view. You don't have to do the same all around. Once you get going here, you could, I'll show you, we're going to stick a few sentiments in here as well. All right, so I'm going to clean that off. I actually want some more pretty peacock in here, so I'm going to go back to that color with this leaf. Some you might want a lot of leaves on. The other ones you might want to just do a couple. That looks pretty good there. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet. Okay, the next thing that I'm pulling in is this. And let's go. It is this piece from here. So and I would like some more berry first. So that's what I'm going with for this one. Almost dropped that. Wouldn't have mattered. It would have been fine. All right, that's enough of that. I'm just gradually filling in the page, layer upon layer. Okay. So I like this little hello in here, so I'm going to pull that out. I really don't want it to stand out too much. So for this one, I am going to get the pool party and do a little bit of tone-on-tone stamping here. There we go. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Like I said, I'm just putting it on here. And I will hold this up so you can see those hellos. Okay. Just going to do that sentiment in that one corner there. We can also actually, this one has some jumbled words like script, but you can't really read it. So let's go ahead and do that on some of these other sections here. And that one as well. More layers, more layers, more layers. And because I am stamping with a lighter one, I am just being conscientious of where I stick this. But it does show up on that very burst there in that corner. So I don't know if you can see that there. All right, that's good there. Okay, so the point of this is that you can make these papers with your ink colors and your favorite colors. If you don't like it, just keep going. So then when you're ready, you can cut them down. And yes, we've got that one big in the middle, but I'll show you here. So I'm going to 4 1/4. I'll cut that in half. And now I'm going to turn this to 5 1/2. And so now you'll see that that's only in that one corner there. And on this one, it's up here. You know, you can turn these any way you want. If you wanted to add some of those on the outside corners, you could. Let's see, this one. Great. This one's a little more subdued. This one's a little brighter. And the reason why I'm showing you this is let's take a look at, we took a piece and we made a card out of this one. And look how beautiful that looks there. Just that little pop of color there. And you can get different looks for all of these. So let's try this again. This one I used that panel. I forget the name of that one. Like the, looks like a tin ceiling there. So anyways, you can see where you're going with these. And even just this on a card front with a punched out white circle and a sentiment on it is just, you know, really neat, rather than having to figure out, I should say, matching colors of designer series paper and stuff. Just make your own, you know, it's a fun alternative. So let me get a drink here. I guarantee you no two will end up the same. So anyways, let me grab another sheet here and we'll do one more. And I've got, let's go ahead with this one and we'll do Coastal Cabana on this one. We'll do the gray. You want that? Or is there a color you'd like to see? Do that one. Different thing here. Trying to grab some different ideas here if you can see it. Hi, Oreo. Here we go. No, I don't, because I don't own Dusty Durango. That's all you. So I was going to try one with a green and see how that looks. So let's try this Parakeet Party, Berry Burst. Maybe do those 3. Maybe we'll throw in some of that. We'll see here. Or that one. Actually, that one looks good. All right. Next. This time, I think we'll start with the lightest one. Yeah, laugh it up. That's all yours. All right, here we go. And you see this time I'm sitting down, so I'm getting a totally different look here. Let's get that wipe off there. Okay, so that was pool party. Nervous about this green one, but we're going to just go for it. See what it looks like here. Doesn't look bad. I like it. I actually like the different textures from sitting down too, so that's good. All right, clean that off. Oops, there we go. Now let's throw some of that berry in there. Here we go. Ooh, that's bright. I think I'll try to do just a little bit over here. This one's going to be psychedelic. And there we go. It works. And last but not least, we will do the pretty peacock. You know, if you filled these in and you didn't want to do a fourth color, you could always go back with one of the first two that you did. Oreo. Oreo. I hear her doing something. She's being mischievous, as cats do. All right. Here we go. I don't know about this one, y'all, but we're going for it anyways. Oh, it was Samoa. It wasn't Oreo. Basically, I'm just doing lighter of whatever is left on the brayer. Okay, that'll be all right. Okay, we are done with that. Okay, and I think we're gonna do just some different types of leaves. And this one is from the, let's see here, Stippled Roses, okay? Instead of doing something else in the center, we're gonna do this. Even if you don't get your stamp completely inked or anything else, don't stress. It is a-okay. And let's go ahead and stick the bottom half there. And here. All right, so that's the start of that. Before I go any darker, I'm going to bring in this green, this 𝗭𝗢𝗘𝗖𝗞. And let's do this great big one here. Why not? Okay, I'm looking for, to look for the bigger block here. Okay, here we go. This one will just kind of really be in the very background. You know those stamp sets that you have that have all the little stamps that you kind of don't know what to do with, or you don't use them? I guarantee you they'll look extra fabulous on the background. So all right, so that's all we're doing on that. Let's see what else we can throw in here that's not in the normal. I have this hummingbird in here, so why not? That is from Thoughtful Expressions. Oops, not the flower, not the hummingbird. Here we go. All right, there we go. Want this one to stand out a little bit, so I'm going back to that berry burst. And just gonna peek it in here and there. And we'll do one more down here. And this one a little differently. There we go. Okay. I like the dots, so I'm going back with those. And I hope you can see how this is building. And I hope you'll give it a try because it's a lot of fun. I'll do one right there. Oh, maybe one right there. And if you cut this up, thanks, Coney. If you cut this up and you need to add more when you go to make it, it's super easy. You know, just add a stamp. It's not that big of a deal. All right. And since we did use Pool Party, I'm going to go in with the grid. And that'll be the last thing that I add on here. Just selectively, you know, putting it somewhere. Where I think that add a little bit more interest. That'll about do it. It's over there. You can also just leave these stored like this, and because you may not want just a whole card front, you may just want to snip it. If you want to, cut them. I typically just cut it into quarters. And I just love the different looks you get with each and every one of these. So you can picture, let's see here. Try to go behind me to grab a piece of cardstock here. I think you can take this berry burst. And for this one, you know, it would really just make that pop. You could do white and it'd really pop. Again, just have fun with it. It's very relaxing. So, go back and share the thing here. All right. Hi again. So you can see just all the different colors you can get with these. And I just think they're super cool and a lot of fun and nice to have on hand. If you needed a quick card, all you need to do is add a sentiment. One of the things that, you know, last week we had used the hybrid embossing folder where it cut it out. And I still have all these cutouts from that. So how easy would it be to put this on here, you know, with a thank you and just add a little bit of color to that? Super easy. So, yes. Let me turn this. I'm going to turn this over just because it's got so much color on it from all of the fun. Just so we can kind of go over these colors here. And we have these. And it's kind of neat. It's kind of like a, where's Waldo? You can just keep looking at it and finding stuff on here. Which did. And it even made the wild wheat, you know, pretty. So I know some people love that color. Some people don't like that color, but you know, and then here's this one too. So I hope that you'll give these a try. And again, here's the rest of the pieces here. Here we go. I stuck them behind me when we started this. So there's some more. You can see on this one, I put enjoy the day or enjoy the journey, and I just turned it. So just on a corner. And here is a sample of what I did with a small piece of it. So, and those are those letters. And because I already have a bunch cut and they cut so many at once, all I simply did was add just a little bit of watercolor. You can use a marker to coordinate with whatever you've got going on. So that's simple. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give it a try. And if you do, please share. I'd love to see it. So have a great night, and we'll see you next week for episode 86. So thanks for watching. What do set is that from? Oh, what die set? Oh, that's the everyday. Let's see here. That is in the new catalog here. The mini. And believe it or not, most people miss this die because of the stamp set that it's paired with. So this is the Everyday Details bundle. And you can see down there in the, see if I can get it close. Oh, there we go. There we go. It has just got the coolest shapes to it. Lots of basic shapes, but it is paired with this. So if you're not paying attention to the cutouts, you'll miss this part. So I think in the back, we might be able to get a better picture of that. Yes, here we go. So those right there. Yeah. Camera. There we go. Those are all the shapes there. And they just have that really fun little dotted edge. And this one's actually a twofer because you get that inside piece and then that outside piece. So a lot of fun. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.